Let's play Geographical Adventures. So I found this on itch.io, which is a gaming website. Thought it was cool. A lot of programming and math went into this. I would recommend you watch the developer's videos, see what he's doing, and what's to come. This is a earlier version of what he's working on currently. But basically, you fly a little airplane around the globe. What up, Wabaja? Game is in Unity. All this programming is done in Unity. You fly around, looking at the Earth. Some of this is accurate data, some of it's generated. But this will be easy. Select Norway, Oslo, drop the package. That's the distance we were off from the package. I know, that's Sweden, I know. Fly around, we'll go faster. There's supposed to be clouds, but he has not released that version yet. You fly over places that highlight. You fly faster, you can go up and down a little bit. So we got Island. One thing I would say is this would be nice. Get lost in this quite easily. The moon and the sun also have very specific programming where the moon rocks on its precession and has a shadow based on the position of the sun and the earth. And the sun has, what is it called, heliocentric orbit, where kind of like a small figure eight in the sky. Can't really see it because you can't look up, but according to his development, that's what he did. As far as clouds, there will be clouds. He's working on making them interesting, the accuracy of current events, although I don't really think that's necessary, just randomly generate it. Now, nighttime is pretty difficult. These are actual city plots, and what he did was just create lights at night, do color for the cities, populations. It's like 7,400 cities are being illuminated. The night's very difficult. I don't know where I am other than this is the Red Sea. There's Egypt, the Nile and the Delta there. But Black Sea, Crimea, Russia. The game is, at the top, you got 3 selections to choose your package delivery. You're going to go for Thailand, Lopburi. I know where Thailand is, I just don't know the cities. There's India at night, pretty cool looking. And here comes Thailand here. Drop the package. Oh, that was way off. Way off on that one. Okay. The other two, I don't know, so we'll go for Denmark. So we started out with height mapping of the Earth based on satellite radar, built that, and then overlaid country map, country lines, and then after that laid out the city plot for 7,000 cities. Very good programming. Wish you had like options if you change things as you play. I don't know where I'm at. It's too dark to see. The darkness is kind of strange. Makes it very easy to get lost. Still don't know where I am. What is it? Russia? Yeah, it's Russia to the left. But spice up some of the darkness. Here's what I was working on a second ago. Just give the darkness a little spice. Because otherwise it's just black. Pure black. United States. All the darkness of the United States. City, fly over Chicago, New York, Long Island, go Canada, zip around Canada. What is this? Quebec, Montreal. I barely know Canada, okay? I don't play GeoGuessr. And as the darkness set, the spiciness vanishes. Our goal is Denmark. I know where that is. We'll go to Denmark. We'll get this overhead view. Denmark. Close enough, right? I'm just a dumb American that doesn't know geology. Well, actually, I don't know geology. Whoa, we get to do it again, geology. Not very well. I do find fascinating tectonic plates, the Earth's crust movements and all that. Yeah. Try this again. Denmark. Ooh, close enough. So it should be apparent this is running natively in Linux thanks to Unity's engine. When I first started it up, it was about 7,000 frames per second. So because VSync doesn't really work very well for my specific setup, I had to put on the libs wrangle 60. It could be more manageable instead of blowing up my GPU, literally blowing it up. Also, the Mongo, I know where that is. We'll go there. I know where Venezuela is. Kind of familiar with where Bulgaria is, but let's do Dominican Republic. The banana state. But of course, I don't know where I am. Here we go. If it wasn't upside down like that, but work in progress. Here we go. Mongo. Iceland? Sure, we can find Iceland for you. Zip around Iceland for a while. It's not going to show like the cities. It's only Earth crust, geographic. Ah, this one, Iceland, the only bright city on Iceland, right there. I found it funny. I was flying around, and North Korea is basically pitch black, right? And then South Korea and China and Japan next to it are pretty bright. Helsinki, was that in Greenland? I could try to find it. There's on one of my Google Earth explorations, there's not very much in Iceland or Greenland. So I can't really tell you exactly. Like populations are less than 1,000 here, and these points of interest, those 3 points, you can go all up and down the coast and see like 25 people living in the frozen wasteland of Greenland. Kind of interesting. Where are we? Norway? Is it Russia? What up, Billy? Yeah, the game doesn't have any sound. Like, what sound would you expect to hear other than like dropping a package or something? Let's go for Japan. You know what Tokyo is. So during the daytime, it actually makes it a little more difficult because you can't see the cities. Perfect delivery. Did you see that one? No, that's your raid sound effect. The oh brr. Here's North Korea. Look at this. This is fascinating. Like, is this intentional? Is this just missing from the city data, or like just look at Seoul? What's up with this? Just a little black spot. Was it Jim Carrey? I don't know what film that's from. Yeah, no music, no sound effects. The developer is more interested in like the meat and bones of programming this, make it interesting, all from just raw data. And like, oh, this is fun. This isn't supposed to be fun. It's an educational project, all open source in Unity, so you can download source files and load it into your Unity and go ahead and um, modify and see the data and everything that he was using. And I was playing this for a while, and not one single drop happened in the United States. We got the 3 drops up here. So I played this for over 40 minutes to an hour or so, and not one single drop was over there. Madagascar, I know where that is. Morombe. It's a big one, I don't know. Well, it's not Madagascar, no, it's Madagascar. There, right? That's Madagascar. This one. Iran, Tehran. I'm close to that here, right? So what are you guys up to this fine, lovely Thursday of another day of the week? Originally, I thought, I'll play music over the whole thing and not say very much. But I feel like explaining it. I just spent 25 minutes putting this cool background over the blackness. Work early, I've worked early many times. Worked late, worked early. Time doesn't really matter too much to me as far as that's concerned. Because Iraq, Saudi Arabia is um, don't kill me. It's over here somewhere, right? This one? I don't know. Wish it like showed a line. Maybe that's an idea we could put forward. Say, hey, show a line to how close we were. If if over 300 kilometers or something, show a line. Nigeria, I think I know where that is. Maybe right here. Oh yeah, where's the thing? Oh sure. And because I found this yesterday on Itch.io. Is it on Itch.io or is it on some like indie website? I don't know. Wherever I found it, I went to Itch.io to look at it. I decided, hey, let's try it out. Let's check it out in Linux. Let's play it. Let's I don't know, maybe stream it, record it, show it off. So people that are interested in programming and games like this, like the previous drop on Thailand, yeah, they can check it out. That is France. Who doesn't know where that is? Okay. Like during the daytime, you can't tell where any cities are. So it'd be interesting to show like more detail of the cities because that's just height mapping, radar height mapping from space, radio wave, I should say, radio wave height mapping, overlaid with this is actually from NASA's visual visual imaging from January to December. Not sure if he did anything with that other than just select the map, an image. This would change. The green here in the desert would change as time progresses. And like I said about the moon in the sky, it actually precesses on its axis throughout the day. Front. Okay, front. Paris, boom. There you go. Et Paris, oui, oui. Wish this Paris thing stayed on there longer too. Like it disappears kind of quickly. Boop. It didn't even finish landing yet, and it disappeared and showed you another one. So you could leave that there and then show us another one. And when the clouds come, the little cloud mini game, they make it considerably more difficult. You see, there's the moon. Earlier, you saw the moon with a different shadow over it. First shadow. It is you can't really tell. Notice, but the precession it rocks back and forth and up and down as it moves throughout the sky. Bangkok. Someone took the source code and ported it to Android. So you can play this on Android now. You download the APK file for that. I don't know exactly how the controls work. I imagine there's some controls here and here to fly around and drop packages or whatever, but somebody decided this was cool and ported it over with the Android controller. So Unity is pretty straightforward. Package dropping or package management system. Oops, Myanmar. So it tells you what country you're in. The Unity has mobile, Android, iOS, Linux, macOS, Windows. We'll put them last. Austria, Vienna. Oh, Mozart's hometown. I looked up on YouTube other videos of this. Besides the two from the developer, only two people are really showing it off. So yeah, I'll stream that. That'd be fine. We'll take a look at it. Where else do you find videos besides YouTube? Austria, part of Hungarian Germany, Austro-Hungaria. So this is France, Germany, Austria down here somewhere. Boom. That's close enough, right? Why do I know where Vienna is in Austria? Mainly because of Mozart. Otherwise, historically, Austro-Hungaria, Hungary, Austro-Hungarian was what Germany used to be. Right before World War II, or World War One, I'm sorry, World War One, Hungarian Empire. Twist out is Rome in the boot. I had one yesterday to Greece over here. Greece and Alexandria down here. You see the color of the delta. Crazy that people lived on the Nile Delta here. In basically the desert for 1,000 years. It was insanely crazy to think about. And that humanity supposedly started somewhere down here, in this area, this desert, where human sapiens evolved in Iraq. Nothing out here, huh? Of course, an American would know where Iraq is thanks to constant media bombardment. Like, here we go, there's Crimea, and interestingly, on the map highlight, Crimea and Ukraine are one country. I don't know what data that was pulled from, but this is a no-fly zone, by the way. You're not allowed to be here. Seen any of those flight maps? Yeah, you don't want to be there. Political issues in the world currently. I don't know. Iran completely dropped it. I don't know. Iran. I don't even recognize the other countries. Like, what the hell is that? Oh, there's the moon again. Full moon? Well, a little bit of a full moon. I can go to Vietnam. I know where that is. Thanks to other American wars. So really, thanks to Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump. So, over here, I believe. That's Hong Kong. Then North Korea. We'll go back to Vietnam. Laos, Sri Lanka, and Vietnam. I don't know. Boom. Okay, go for it. I know that was the wrong shape, but I just wanted to drop it back. Is the North Pole real? Let's go look. Look at the North Pole. Flying over Russia and Siberia. So this is the North Pole. There is no continent here. These are the height maps. The light blue, that's originating from the height map, the radar from under the ocean and everything. Semi-accurate, I would say. Not perfectly. Yeah, so there's no continent under here. Just hopefully ice. Russia, Moscow. I don't know where that is. If we get there before it starts. It'd be more helpful if it starts, so I know where it is. Well, right around here. Wait for the darkness and I drop it perfectly. Do you know where Mauritius is at Pure Pipe? I sure don't know where that is. I have not a clue. What if that showed up on GeoGuessr? Like, what? I would estimate it of Latin Roman civilization of some sort. I have no idea, man. I know where that is. Dude, it takes forever to get dark, doesn't it? But yeah, we'll just drop it. Move on. Moscow. What is the other city? St. Petersburg. That's right here. St. Petersburg. Thessaloniki. Greek? I don't know where that is. What happened to the sun thing? Did we break? The ocean break? This was where 300 was fought. The 300. I think the sun broke. Interesting. The Earth stopped rotating, or the sun stopped rotating. Let's go to the South Pole. That would be this direction over Africa. The Virgin Islands. Did they ever stop erupting constantly for like 2 or 3 months straight? Oh no, I haven't kept up with that. So what do you guys think? Very early, very simple programming experiment, Unity, plotting real points of data on a sphere. You see the sphere is kind of bumpy. And here's the edge of Antarctica, South Pole. I think the sun broke. Stopped rotating. The moon has a different shadow down here. Sun, what are you doing? Sun. Moon. Sun. Okay, bye Antarctica. Later. Oh, look. Yeah, the sun stopped moving. Yeah, that's how it works, right? The sun moves around. But it game or a programming engine, it's probably easier to move the sun than it is to rotate the whole camera. I don't know how he did it. He showed an interesting thing about culling, which is removing unused data on your visual plane. So any nearby data is loaded, but the rest of the data is not loaded. It is empty space. So what you see to the edge of the horizon is all that exists, and then you fall off because it's been culled. Yeah, so that's interesting. The sun broke. Oof. I don't know how good it picks up on screen there, but that's a lot of color banding on this right here. The color banding, not quite dithering, but color banding. I think it could be worse. How many colors do you expect? Zimbabwe. What is this? This place doesn't exist, right? This is not Lord of the Rings territory. Yeah, that's not a real place, is it? It doesn't exist, does it? The sun is moving. Oh, it's very slow. Oops, I meant to do South Africa, but we'll go to Malaysia. Yeah, meant to go to South Africa. Oh, I could change it. Yeah, that's cool. We'll do South Africa then. What? Oh, it's still Australia. Like I said, it's hard to see where you are. Not really paying too much attention anyway. Congo. I don't know about that one. Myanmar. I couldn't really tell you. Bulgaria is the closest thing I could say. It used to be part of um, Czech Republic. Remember years ago before NATO divided Czech Republic up? Czechoslovakia or whatever it is. Before it was divided up into Bulgaria, Ukraine, Romania, part of Poland, something like that. Something like that. Number of times I've read that history of Europe. Everybody knows the shape of the Black Sea, right? Not just because of current political events, but I mean, if you familiarize yourself with ancient history like Greece, Turkey, Egypt, things like that, you should recognize the shape and location of the Black Sea. We go in Bulgaria. We got probably here, down there. Bulgaria, next to Greece. Got it. Victoria? What? Sure, we'll just we'll drop it right there. Let's look at England, Wales, and Scotland, Ireland. Check it. Very small place, very small population. Somehow, largest empire on the planet for some reason. At one point. Oh, St. Petersburg. There you go. I know this one. We could drop that. St. Petersburg. Right there. Perfect delivery. Didn't show up. It'd be nice to put a dot there, but whatever. And because apparently the sun broke, we'll restart. There we go. Now the sun is moving around. Nepal, India, right? All. We're in Africa. You have some options for playing around with sliders, changing variables, just giving you the the countries as you fly over them, just because that'd be interesting, nice to have. You can turn it off and play the game, or it's supposed to be educational, so you want. Um, there you go, Nepal, very small place on the edge of the mountain. Less stuck to live there, like middle of nowhere. Highest point in the world, Himalayas, 9,000 feet, something like that. Um, Most of this is actually 7,000 feet, but the highest point being Himalayas is 9,000 feet, not Everest, right? Stuff is fascinating to look at. I did some streams of Google Earth, just wandering around, looking at places, street views, zooming in on the planet. A lot of fun. I don't like GeoGuessr. I get it. I understand it. Like, it's placed in a random location. No tools other than your eyes and a map. So you visual representation of the Earth without cities. And then to find your location. I get it. Cool. Watch some people that are pretty good at it, that really know their stuff and really take the time to figure it out, either within seconds, like seen a number of times where it starts in South Africa for whatever reason, and most people get it pretty quickly. Yeah, that's South Africa. Another thing the developer talked about was the foam waves around the coast. Just had more animation. I guess it is animating, just very slowly. Yeah, it is animating. So it is a lot of complication just for this little invisible foam effect around coastline. You would never know it. First of all, it's moving, and second of all, that the math required to separate the land from the earth, the land from the ocean, and create this little waving foam effect. Which it looks pretty good. Other than the player character, which is the airplane, he had little boats going around in the predetermined looping path. I don't know if he ended up making that semi-random or just predetermined, but 150-kilometer long boat floating around. Compared to me, I suppose I'm a 100-kilometer wingspan on this airplane. Kilometers. What's that? I don't know either. And we'll go back to darkness here for more spice. You can see, actually not see anything. Purely what I see. The last one. Peru. That's where we are right now, yeah. But we're on Chile, Peru, Lima, Chile. I'm exactly sure. I'm just gonna say, boom, right there. Yeah, I think it's here. And the Galapagos Islands right here. Amazing somebody found this. It's out in the middle of the ocean without any map, anything, just sailing around in the middle of the ocean. Found this, discovered this location. Mexico, Leon. I don't know where Leon is, but we dropped it in Mexico City. There, enjoy Mexico City. Tejas, the Houston, Dallas, very large. El Paso, Reno, Nevada. We'll fly over Cali, SoCal, here. A lot of people are doing things over here that cause cancer to everybody. Oregon, not much there. Portland, Seattle, Vancouver. A lot of lights there in Vancouver. Canada borders. There's actually nothing but Native American reservation land right here, and they own that on the map. You can look it up. The American government recognizes that is owned by Native Americans, maintained by Native Americans, roads by Native Americans, etc. I'm sure a lot of things happen up there. I drove by in this area one time, looking at the GPS and the map, everything, looking at the Cross 90 here, from Yellowstone, to see what's out there, and that's what's out there, Native American territory. Pretty interesting. Like, I'm sure you don't want to be there for any reason. There's nothing really out there. You know, this is the Hand Island. So yeah, we'll do Tokyo, Japan again. Go back over Norway, back over around the North Pole of Russia and everything. I believe that's where I am. Russia. There's the Greenland, okay. Greenland, boot. Reykjavik, Norway. Sweden. Finlandia. Russia. I explored some of Siberia on a Google Earth stream. Found interesting things out there where a very large part of Russia was covered with volcanoes. In Siberia specifically, a very large part, almost larger than all of the United States. Quite fascinating. So, Japan, Tokyo, right there. Perfect delivery. Perfect, perfect, perfect. As Street Fighter would say, yeah? Street Fighter would say that. So I think that does it for our look at Geographical Adventures. You find it on Bitio, GitHub, etc. There's not been a later update than version Point 21, unfinished experiment, Sebastian Log, Lagu, Lagway, don't know how to say your name. Deal with it. Put my sunglasses on. Eesh. Pretty cool. Look forward to seeing more. Maybe add some interesting gameplay that people would enjoy. Options in the menu so that we can play around with the sandbox, as it were, and have our own choices in check boxes and sliders and things like that. If we want to change things, that's it. Have fun. See you later.